First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you could never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT. PostWrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, whatever podcast app you found us, or
Twitch.tv/upNXT podcast. Hello, Twitch room.
Hello, yes. Every Tuesday night, we record this show live on Twitch, 10:15 Eastern Time. And you know what we talk about? We talk about NXT
2.0.
2.0.
NXT 2.0.
You know why? Because we're your 2.0 friends.
NXT 2.0 friends. Friends.
We're your NXT 2.0 friends.
Friends.
Yes. We are Braden and Davie. We are the BDE. We are your NXT friends.
Friends.
And, slow news week for us.
Very slow news week.
Nothing's really going on.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's nice in here, though. Look around. It's a shiny new Twitch room we've got.
Yeah. Everything's really colorful.
Everything's very colourful right now.
Wow. There's lately I've just been feeling more colorful in my life. I've just been growing my mind. I've just been expanding. Everything's colorful. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I think my eyes hurt after tonight.
A few things hurt
Yeah.
after tonight. Yeah, okay. So, yes, NXT is a show we've been following for quite a while. And, well, it started a 2.0 era tonight. Technically, it's 3.0.
Or 4.0 or something.
It's changed a few times.
Changed
There's
a
a
few
game
times.
show, and there's...
Yeah.
So, 2.0 is what they're calling it. No more gold and black.
So they kick out Everrise, who become 2.0, and then they're like, actually, we still like what we're doing.
2.0.
We're 2.0 now.
Yeah. So then now they're going to be 3.0 over there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So NXT is very colorful. There's no more black and gold. So yes, I miss the old NXT. That black and gold NXT. That
There is something.
good
I
stuff.
mean, like, we might as well talk about it off the bat.
Yeah.
Kind of the look of it. I think it is the big news with the NXT show. What I've always liked about the kind of old setup was the focus was always on the wrestling. The focus was always on the ring. And it was so garish tonight. It was so bright. I didn't like seeing all the crowd. I think it highlighted the fact it's in a studio more than when the crowd's dimmed.
it looks
You
like
know?
Ellen or something.
It does.
Like Oprah.
Or it felt like a Nickelodeon kids studio show.
Yeah.
Like and all the kids in the audience and stuff, and all the colors and the bright lights,
all
and
that.
all of that. I can't say I was a big fan of the look.
It looked different, so I'm instantly like attracted to it and wanted to see like what they do. And it looks fine. I guess that's what NXT. It shows more people in the audience because before they kind of black it out. But that's what kind of wrestling didn't always just light up the crowd.
I
like
like
that.
them being blacked out.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know?
here to watch the
Because
guy in
then
the
I'm
jerseys
not
all
aware
the time.
of like, oh look, there's 50 people there.
Yeah,
on,
like-
like school benches.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely looks interesting. You know what? I like the colors thing. Like, why not? Fuck it. Like, just
Yeah,
put colors on shit.
I'm not mad about the logo
Yeah.
personally, but
Yeah.
it was very bright.
Yeah,
My
I thought I
eyes
just
hurt after
yeah.
tonight.
I thought I just
my
had
head hurt, my eyes hurt,
everything hurts.
everything hurt after tonight's episode.
Feels like we just did like a few mushrooms and everything was
a
colorful.
lot was going on. A lot was going on. Apparently, Kayden Dunne was producing.
No,
tonight. Could you tell?
he takes more cuts
There
than a
were so
TikToker.
many cuts in this show.
He's cutting away.
Wow.
Holy, that's what
This
watching
is what
Raw's
John
like.
Wayne
Yeah,
goes
what?
through every week.
So, yes, we're going to review the show. It's a new era, new champion. There's a wedding. There's a lot to go for. And NXT is for the culture. Sorry. NXT 2.0 It's for the culture, so we're going to talk about it. But just a reminder, just to let you know, if you didn't know, we also do BD Elite. Every Wednesday we record it, and we talk about Dynamite and everything AEW, just in case maybe you don't want to watch or listen to us talk about NXT. We hope you still listen to us.
Or if you want to just listen to more of us.
Yeah, go check that out. Every Wednesday we record it live on Twitch, and then the pod is out on this very feed for free, so check all that out. And we're going to be going to Arthur Ashe Stadium for the Super Showdown, like the U.S. Open. I hope I get Bryan Danielson versus Billie Jean King, but Suzuki and Moxley versus Moxley and Kingston versus Suzuki.
And Lance Archer?
Yeah, that sounds okay, though. That'll be all right. We're thinking of doing a meetup before then. So if you're going to that show, we're going to be in the area for that. We're going to try to pick a bar nearby and do like a little bit of hangout.
Yeah, a little hangout before, and then we'll be rushing back to the hotel to record something quick. Maybe not a full show like usual, but give our live perspective of Dynamite and Rampage, I guess. But no spoilers, I guess.
No spoilers for Rampage?
Yeah.
Did they film Rampage?
I think so. I think we'll be seeing Rampage too.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll be doing that, but we'll be talking all about Dynamite tomorrow on BD Elite. And then, well, we also have a Patreon. And if you are a fan of NXT, well, then you'll love our Patreon because we do these retro NXT reviews. We call it Was Next, where we've been going through. We started right as NXT started, not the game show. So really 2.0 is where we started.
The Full Sail era.
Full Sail era, yeah. So we've been going through, right now, there's parallels in the world because Big E Langston is our NXT champion.
Yeah, shout out Big E.
Shout out Big E.
So deserving. What did you think of how it was done?
I think Big E should be the flag bearer of WWE in the next 5 years or so. He will be the guy for sure. I don't think Money in the Bank on a babyface character works at all, and promoting it because football was coming back just seems like the most WWE thing. They actually delivered on something, so that's crazy because they're totally the boy who cried wolf when it comes to that. So as we'll talk about tonight on NXT, promoting a match, then actually nah. Definitely I'm still hurting from SummerSlam. Sasha Bianca too? Yeah. Sorry, you fooled me once. Shame on you. Yeah. What does George Bush say? Yeah. So
fool me twice.
Never be get fooled again. Shout out George Bush though at that 9/11 20th anniversary. Yeah. I miss George. Before memes, George Bush was the funny thing to make fun of on the internet. So we do these retro NXT reviews, and Big E is the champion. Yeah, Big E winning now just last night on Monday night. I'm
kind of with you. I think it should have been maybe a called ahead thing, but still, it's long overdue for him being champion. Definitely, we're watching him on this 2013 NXT, and he's great there. And you look at him there, and you go, "Oh, you'll be champ in a couple of years." Yeah, and it's taken a long, long time. So it's awesome they finally pulled the trigger.
Yeah, I can't wait. There's so many things you can do now, like Survivor Series, the Bloodline versus the Usos, champion, all the power, all the gold.
Oh, yeah.
Book it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's so many different variations. I love Big E. Still not a fan of his finisher. Needs a better move. It looks like you're just landing.
Well, it won him the championship.
It won the title. Yeah, this is true. I do love Big E. So we talk about him in the Retro NXT reviews. We actually just recorded one that's going to be dropping this week, where we talk about the debut of Enzo Amore. Yes. But also the debut of Sami Zayn. Who faces Cesaro. Yeah. It's that whole start of this whole era of NXT. So we're super
This is kind of where people started to take a bit more notice of NXT. And I got to say, of all these retro NXT reviews we've done, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorite episodes we've looked back on.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. It's definitely the start of the NXT era. The women's titles coming in the picture soon and stuff. So that's a show that we do. All the retro NXT reviews are back in that catalog. We have done some movie reviews in the past. We did Freddy vs. Jason. We've done Point Break. We did Whiplash for your birthday. We've done some Up Yours. We did Juice, Tupac. We are doing Heavyweights next week. We pushed it back, so that's why we switched Was Next in here this week. Matty B's going to join us for his choice of Heavyweights, which
Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller. It's a Disney movie about a fat camp. It's on Disney Plus if you haven't. Hilarious. We're going to talk about it. We also are celebrating Arn Anderson's birthday.
Happy birthday, Arn. No, he's not is he a Virgo? Might be a fellow Virgo.
I don't
September
know.
boy.
Oh, I thought we were just celebrating because he got kicked in the head, and then his kid got kicked in the head.
that
So
as
we're
well.
just celebrating. And Tully says he wants to wrestle again.
Tully wants to fight Sting.
So we do a show called Best Match Ever, and on
Mm-hmm.
the Patreon we've done different rivalries like Sting and Steamboat, Jerry Lynn RVD, match types, and all sorts. But we're doing a Best Match Ever, Arn and Tully, the Brainbusters.
Yeah.
So some retro wrestling. We don't look at some, let's say, older stuff.
They're
as
a
often.
tag team you hear about. Like, they always, obviously FTR people compare them to, but I can't say I've gone back and watched much of their work before. So I think it's a nice opportunity, a nice excuse to go back and watch some older wrestling for us and see one of the great tag teams.
Yeah. So only $5 North American tier gets you like 350 plus podcasts, all the Best Match Ever, all the movie reviews, all the up yours, everything. Only $5. Give us a shot.
And I guess eventually at some point we gotta do a Ted Lasso review.
I know this is NXT. Everyone's like, yo, talk about the colors and shit, but Ted Lasso is the prophecy. Ted Lasso is the prophet.
Yeah, I started season 2.
Watch it right now. Stop this podcast. Get Apple TV, whatever it's on. I think he's getting Emmy nominations now.
Yeah.
Apparently he's getting $1 million per episode, Jason Sudeikis.
Good.
Olivia
Deserves it.
Olivia Wilde did him dirty, so he turned it into a TV show. Boom.
Yeah, he's sensational.
It's amazing.
I put this on the other night. I was planning on going for a couple of drinks after work.
Yeah.
Put the laundry on, started season 2, and just like sat there and cried all night. It was great.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show.
Yeah, season 2 they're releasing.
Just met
an
Led
episode-
Tasso.
Yeah. There's season 2, and they've been releasing it like every week. So I just caught up. So there's still 4 more to come out weekly. But the last one I just watched was like about Wembley and stuff or
Right.
something. They go there, or kind of. But yeah, great show. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I marathoned the first season in one sitting, and almost did the same thing with this one. So. Yeah, good show. I'm glad that
stuff.
you enjoy it too, because he has like quotes and bars of just like amazing spiritual things that everyone in the world needs to be more like Ted
Everyone
Lasso.
needs to be like Ted.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've been chatting, and I guess you've seen we've got a color facelift as well.
We do.
Shout out Dickie Bird. Shout out
Yes.
Davie Portman. Because you two have come up with this color palettes and the things on the Twitch and the logos on our podcast. Images.
It looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it.
Very nice and
We've
colorful.
upgraded.
Yeah, we're
like
so
NXT upgraded. We're upNXT 2.0.
This is an art attack,
This
and this is an art attack. Also, R.I.P. to Norm Macdonald. Love his stuff on SNL. R.I.P. to Ted
he's a
Ferguson.
pigeon to me.
What's that mean?
Yeah. Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Is he?
He's the pigeon.
Was he? Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's
was.
fantastic.
Oh, he was the
Yeah, he's
pigeon.
great.
Yeah. Damn. And I just started some of the new Rick and Morty. I'm catching up. The one where Rick's got to get wine.
Morty's getting wine for his
Morty.
day. Yes.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, we just did a review. We talk about it. The Rick and Morty live action that they're teasing us with Christopher Lloyd and the kid from Stranger Things or It or whatever. But we just did a Back to the Future 2 review that's out. That just came out this weekend.
Chris Price.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. If you want to listen to us talk about Back to the Future Part 1, it's back on that Patreon catalog. But Part 2 out, and we had a fun time. We're talking about space-time theories and stuff and what we would do.
And Hollywood really took a chance by greenlighting a film that the lead character almost sleeps with his mother.
Yeah, it's true. We talk all about it. Michael J. Fox, American Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Or Canadian Sweetheart, I should say. Is he Canadian?
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Canadian.
Right.
Yeah, he's one of us. As are you now.
As am I.
Does that mean you can vote?
No, I'm not a citizen yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
So, like, if you could vote.
NXT 2.0.
We are up next. We are upNXT 2.0. That's what we are. Yeah. Let's talk about some NXT from September 14th, 2021. Well, we got the new theme song from Wale as well. And I'm trying to remember what the name of the song is, but I know I've mentioned it. Sample's still tipping. So actually, I'm a fan of the theme song. I already like the theme song. They got me with
Yeah,
Wale.
the theme's fine. Absolutely.
Wale does Big E's theme as well.
He does.
Yeah.
Big week for Wale.
Big, huge week for Wale. Shout out Wale. I wish we got to go to Wale Mania. That's a
I
bucket
know.
list.
I had tickets
Oh,
for
bucket list.
Tampa, I think.
Damn. What's your favorite Wale song other than this one?
Down South.
Is that a real Wale song?
You seem to be the fan.
I don't know if that's a real Wale song. I don't know if that's a... No, I need to know now. Oh, the song is Down South. That's the new NXT song.
It's my favorite
No,
one.
I said other than that.
Oh, Feel the Power.
That's not the one he does. Is
That's
it?
Big E.
No. Yeah, all right, I'll accept it. I'll let you have that one. Well, Wale is the new theme here. Shout out Wale.
You're talking to a rap battle winner here.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, you're the hip hop connoisseur. So I have to. I mean, well then let me ask you. Sorry, I swear we'll get talking about NXT, but you're the rap connoisseur. I guess everyone needs to know what you think. Donda or Certified Lover Boy, Chicago or Toronto?
Well, I just came back from Chicago.
Right.
But I'm from Toronto. Well, live in Toronto.
Yeah.
So I plead the fifth.
So you're not going to answer?
No.
We went out the other night, and someone kept ordering us rounds of shots. And as we were leaving, I almost got in a fight with the bartender, our friend Tiff, because we had different opinions.
Was I there?
Yeah.
When was this?
The other night.
Oh, yes.
She was
over
mad.
this. Yeah. Yeah, she liked Donda.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said there was a few good songs, but...
I haven't listened to either.
Yeah, I don't think you would.
No.
Oh, I know. You know what? I showed you one song.
With the music video?
Way Too Sexy.
Which one's that one?
With Kawhi. That's Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, that wins.
You heard it here first. Certified Lover Boy is certified from the rap icon, the rap legend himself, Davie Porter. David the Future Porter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, NXT 2.0. I said it right this time. From September 14th, 2021. Well, I don't know if you heard the news this weekend, but Samoa Joe is no longer NXT champion. Yeah, new era, no champion.
Oh, I've had my internet off the last few days. I only watched this show. Sorry, what?
Yeah, they didn't really fill us
No,
in.
not
I think they could have done a better job.
That video should have opened this show.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe
Yeah.
vacating. You could have cut it down, but was Samoa Joe even mentioned tonight?
Not at all.
Very weird.
No, very strange. So Samoa Joe on the internet this past week was like, hey, I don't know if I can wrestle, so I got to vacate this thing.
Yeah.
So one day he might be able to wrestle again, but right now vacating the title. So they announced tonight would be Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne, Tommaso Ciampa, and LA Knight. Fatal 4-way, winner is the new champ. And that's not the match we got, but that's okay.
They also announced we'd be getting Frankie Monet versus Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's Championship.
There wasn't a mention of why that wasn't.
No.
I guess that's next week or something. I think Raquel got engaged, so maybe she's taking the night off. But yeah.
But again, weird not to mention it or anything.
Yeah, very strange. Well, we get some promos from the guys in the match tonight that aren't all going to be in the match. Ciampa, sitting down, of course, says he's Mr. NXT, and it's the greatest love story ever. Goldie and Ciampa. Goldie 2.0. Pete Dunne, of course, said he's the baddest man in NXT, and he's going to prove it. Line them up, and he'll take them out. Kyle, lacing up his boots, says this is his opportunity, NXT 2.0, and he's one win away from achieving a goal of 16 years in the making, but he won't be in the match. And then we have LA Knight, who says Joe was scared, and now these three men are stuck in the spot. And whose game is it? LA Knight. And then LA Knight turns around because he's getting ready for his match later, and he walks into someone. And it's a new era of NXT, which means there's some new people, new faces, fresh faces here, including, Brick Breaker?
Bron Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
Sure.
Formerly known as Rick Steiner's
son?
Yeah, Rick
Yeah.
Steiner? Yeah. So, Bron Breaker.
Wearing like a Rick Steiner singlet, but also an NXT 2.0 singlet.
So, yeah.
Paint splatter, pink colours.
Brick Breaker says, I want a chance.
Bron.
Breaker says, I want a chance. I want to show you. So, LA Knight's like, all right. Like, then come to the ring and we'll show me. So, that's what's starting off the show. LA Knight's already in the match, in the main event.
But he's so confident that
That's
he's
right.
like, I can take this guy and be in the main event. A few stylistic changes at the beginning here. With these promos, they were underscored by music, kind of going to lead into the theme, I guess, or something. But
It was Wale,
It was kind
yeah.
of weird hearing like Tommaso Ciampa cutting his normal sit-down promo with this music underneath. Also, colours in every room. Like the locker room where Kyle was blue lights with green lights shining through the door. There were lights everywhere in Ciampa's garage. It was a lot more colourful. I think Pete's was all red. So yeah, just interesting. You did notice a difference, but I didn't mind the 4 promos, quick promos from your 4 guys supposedly in your main event to kick it off. I quite liked that. Supposedly.
Well, one of the guys who's in the title match main event is now just going to wrestle the newest guy here, Brick Bronson.
Yeah.
So
Bron Breaker. What's his name? Bron Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
You put him Brick Bronson.
Bron Breaker versus LA Knight. The dog-faced gremlin mentality, says Vic Joseph. I saw what he did there. There's a huge clothesline reminding me of the Steiners here. He's tough. He's coming around. He's beating up LA Knight here, kind of throwing him around. Knight comes back, a knee lift, and then a neck breaker. And then this like snapmare into a knee lift, which looked pretty cool for an air fall. Braun comes back with a military press and then hits this cool looking power slam. And well, LA Knight gets pinned.
Yeah.
He
It was like the Goldberg military press dropping into the power slam and then
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So the guy who's in the title match just lost to Bron Breaker.
Yeah, I thought this... I mean, it kind of leads to the final scene, but I was expecting this to maybe get Knight out of the match or something. But very weird way to start the show, and very much making a statement with this new guy beating one of the people who's going to be in your title picture.
Yeah, really weird. I'm not against bringing in new people, but definitely like makes you go, okay, well then shouldn't this guy be in the match later because he beat this guy? But yeah, I will say the indie jobber gear doesn't help this guy, but I mean that's kind of similar to what his...
Yeah, it's a callback to Rick Steiner, so I don't mind that. But he does look a bit of a throwback.
Yeah. And I guess that's what this show is going to be.
Yeah.
A bit of a throwback.
Welcome to What's Next.
Welcome
now.
to... yeah. The presence is a gift. Well, we'll see what happens later with Brick Breaker later. We go backstage and Brick Breaker's back. Hey, look, he's here. Bron Breaker, Jimmy Driver Smith. His name is mine. Okay. So he's shaking everybody's hand, and when I say everybody, I turn to you and going, "Who are these people?"
All these new people. There was that guy from the other week who upset Boa.
Yeah.
You know, the rugby player dude. Some other big lads.
Who? Who? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Boa lost a match the other week to
Yeah.
some big guy who did kicks, tattoos, kind of UFC look.
Oh yeah.
He was there.
Okay. Yeah.
And some other big guys.
So yeah, he's
Under
just
30.
over 6 feet, under 30. Yeah. They looked all about that. Bronson is shaking everyone's hand, and they're like, "Welcome to NXT. Congrats." This is weird. This is really weird. Okay. This reminds me, in Ontario, in Toronto, high school is up to 12th grade. But
Right.
I graduated, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I still don't, because I'm doing podcasts about NXT 2.0. But I was like, I'm going to take an extra year, and I went into a lot of media and stuff, and that's kind of where I went in my career. When I came back for that extra leap year, my high school, a lot of people that I went to high school with graduated and moved on. Some people, like me, stayed. Some people didn't graduate. Some people are nowhere near graduating. But at the same time, in this leap year, a nearby high school recently shut down. So they offered the students to go to my school or a different school. So a bunch of now new people that still knew each other came to the new school, thus creating a whole melting pot of just... Yeah, that's what NXT 2.0 is right now. I don't know what's going on.
I need a Red Bull after that story.
It's like all these new people coming in. They
Yeah,
all
I
seem
know
like
what you
they knew each other.
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. And I watched.
Well,
the
they've
show.
been hanging out at the Performance Center, and they've all just got on a bus to
Yeah,
CWC.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then meanwhile, Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Knox, and Xia Li are all hanging out at SmackDown.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, where are all these people? Who are these people? It's odd.
It is weird.
And we watch this show every week, and we are saying, yo, who are these people?
Well, it did. Things like this made it feel like a bit of a soft reset. It was definitely it did feel like a whole relaunch. It wasn't just fresh coat of paint. It was, new characters who they're kind of thrown at you as if you're supposed to know who they are. Very odd.
So we continue. Imperium come out. No Walter, but Imperium. Looking jacked. Marcel Bartel, Fabian Eichner probably looking the most cut they've ever looked. They're ready. They're like, we're not over 600 pounds.
Yeah.
They might be 30.
They're
probably
under 30, maybe.
Yeah. These guys are great, though. They have a match against another team. Well, some fresh faces again.
Jesus.
Josh Briggs and Brooks Jenson.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a little insert video and say, we're going to knock down.
This is Bull Buchanan's kid, I think.
Bull Buchanan's Brooks Jenson?
Jenson.
Yeah, they say he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
And Josh Briggs, we've seen evolve and sometimes on here.
He's been featured a few times recently.
Yeah. So new faces here again. Briggs comes at Martel with a series of headbutts and some strikes. He hits a standing splash for a near fall. Bartel comes back with a penalty kick, knocking him down again, near fall. There's the double team 2-for-1 corner drive-by drop kick from Imperium again, but that's broken up. Jenson's coming in. There's a series of roll-ups and near falls when Eichner goes up top and hits this avalanche double underhook suplex to Jenson and gets the pin. But pretty quick, but you know what? It kind of helped and did what I think it needed to do, which I think I would have been like, come on, Imperium's been this team for a long time, and just losing would definitely just get rid of them. But
it was interesting that they chose to highlight Imperium tonight in a tag, giving them a win. I can't say Josh Briggs and Brooks Jenson did much for me, and that gave me a kind of old throwback developmental NXT feel.
Right.
These
this
two
whole
guys
show
being,
did.
Yeah, absolutely. It did feel like we're watching 2013. But they're going to highlight a lot more Performance Center talent, kind of very fresh green talent. But Imperium looked good, as always.
Yeah, I like Imperium. These guys didn't look bad at all, especially if the dude's only 20 years old. So, good for them.
Something I noticed in this as well is because the crowd are lit up, they were doing a lot more panning shots around the audience, which you don't normally see close-ups of audience in NXT. You get occasionally the front row, but not sweeping ones of the crowd, really, do you? So it's just another thing that made it feel like, okay, this is shot like mini Raw.
Mini Raw. Yeah, it felt like that. It felt like Raw in a daytime talk show environment, kind of with colors and stuff. Yeah. We need a musical act at the end of every episode.
By the end of this wedding, I thought we were going to get Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat or something.
Yeah, we'll see. We go to Hit Row. They have a backstage little promo. They're in the lab. And they say, if you got it, flaunt it. And that's what we do. We see B-Fab is the illest. And she got that old money, that new money. She's authentic. And the B in B-Fab stands for beautiful. They're definitely doing the Wheezy F baby. The F is for, and then use any word you want. They say spooky season is upon us. And tonight it's 2.0. So they're ready. And the competition be big mad, says Top Dollar. And she's the baddest, and not just her looks. She's been trained by Olympic gold medalists and world champs, and the time for talk is over. So tonight, say less, fam. And B-Fab's going to be in action.
First time.
Yeah. I like anytime Hit Row talk. Yeah. I want them to set up this Legato feud, which is exactly what we're going to get to down the line. More interesting, though, is a conversation we had in one of our chat rooms, because in our chat messengers is we know Halloween Havoc is coming up. And these wrestlers here need to be, A, worried if they'll be here by Halloween Havoc, or B, get their Halloween Havoc costumes ready.
Yes.
for NXT because they're going to be doing Halloween Havoc 2.0. So we came up with the idea, me and Sino, that Hit Row should be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
Swerve should be Will,
Right.
the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Top Dollar, Uncle
Yeah.
Phil.
Yes.
B-Fab, Hillary.
Right.
And I guess Ashanti would be what's
Carlton?
Carlton.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Malcolm Bivens can be the butler, Joffrey.
Okay.
So at UpNXT podcast,
So who are Legado del Fantasma?
we decided the Three Amigos, but that might be that movie's Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Chevy
Right.
Chase.
Okay.
Not necessarily the best Three Amigos for Legado to be, but would be funny. But yeah, I don't know who would you want them to be dressed as? That wouldn't be a bad idea then. But they always dressed like with the mariachi and stuff, or the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
They could do that with the poncho, Legado. But we'll accept all your Halloween Havoc costume ideas going forward because it's spooky season.
Fuck it. Why not?
Have you had a pumpkin spice anything?
Not yet. It's still too hot.
Yeah, me neither.
You're lying. I heard John Pollock had one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I think so.
Yeah, they're good. I got one.
I'll get one once it gets a bit cooler. I'm gonna be all on that.
Yeah, be all on that.
Yeah. Still enjoying my summer. Still an up next summer, damn it.
Still up next summer?
Yeah.
We're going to go fall out for spooky season.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So B-Fab is in action now. She comes out with Hit Row, and she's going up against Katrina Cortez. We've seen her before. She wears a lucha mask
Yes.
here. B-Fab and her kind of scuffle a bit, and there's a neck breaker type swinging thing, a side kick from B-Fab, and then a somewhat rude awakening style neck breaker, and B-Fab gets the win. Yeah.
I wasn't impressed, really. I thought it looked pretty sloppy. I didn't think the kick to the chest in the corner looked very good from B-Fab, and I didn't really like the Rude Awakening. I don't really like that as a move anyway, or as a finisher. I don't think it looks great, and I didn't think it was executed too well. I thought it was disappointing because I really like Hit Row, and I'd like to see B-Fab improve because I think she's got a lot going for her.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like a few moves and then it was kind of over, and it didn't look up to the standard we're used to. Like you stand out in the world when you kind of it was like that. I agree. Hit Row is awesome. I think they should be the greatest act in WWE produces in the next, like going forward. If they do improve, if this is developmental, then they should definitely develop. And I think maybe there is potential, but this definitely was like, oh, okay.
Because everyone else is really impressed. Even Top Dollar, who is kind of green, looks impressive in the stuff he does, and he's not looking out of place. But this, unfortunately, wasn't as great.
Yeah, and I want to give them benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'll definitely like improve on that. But I imagine they're going to do a 4-on-4, like with the women in the match, right? Mm-hmm. And then it leads to eventually the 3-on-3 again, which would be like I don't know, War Games or Halloween Havoc or something. They need to juice this out. Let it go till their War Games, because this is the two teams that need to.
I think so, and I think that feels really fresh for a War Games.
Yeah. So we go to. Well, after the match, B-Fab wins and they're celebrating, and they're about to cut a promo, but Legado del Fantasma come out with Elektra Lopez, Carmen Electra Jennifer Lopez. Shout out Ben Affleck. I don't know if we shout him out enough.
I think we shout him out the right amount.
He showed up at the Met Gala.
Okay.
With J-Lo.
Yeah.
They're official.
They're back. It's official.
Yeah. Bennifer 2.0.
Bennifer 2.0. Yeah.
Good for Ben.
Good for Ben.
Yeah. Well, Carmen.
Good for Jennifer as well. I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
He must be.
Come on.
He seems pretty chill.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for his hot ones.
Has he not had one?
Matt Damon on the end of his was like, "Yo, I'm calling Ben. Ben's gonna do it."
Did we watch Matt?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm down for some hot ones.
Yeah. Elektra Lopez comes out. She says, "You didn't learn your lesson. I'm gonna beat you, and this time I won't need a pipe to shut that. What did she call her mouth? Happy mouth, trigger happy mouth, something
trigger
like that.
Trigger happy mouth, was it?
And I want to see you work." That's what B-Fab says. So let's get it cracking. Looks like the challenge is made For no weapons, no pipes, no foreign objects, just mano a mano. So what are we gonna get? Elektra Lopez versus B-Fab for just a one-on-one?
In the next couple of weeks, I guess. Yeah,
maybe.
I do see us getting a mixed 4 tag eventually, like 4-person tag, 8-person. 4 on each side.
Yeah.
With mixed genders,
Yeah.
I think we'll get that eventually. But yeah, I think this is the next match, the singles.
Yeah, I want to see Top Dollar versus Elektra Lopez.
In a War Games.
The women shouldn't be in the War Games with them.
Fuck it, yeah. Have it mixed. That'd be cool.
All right.
Like, still the same rules, only the women fight each other.
Yeah, but we were just saying, like, hey, B-Fab hitting that Rude Awakening.
True. True. Maybe Elektra Lopez is fantastic.
We're going to find out.
Carry through it.
We're going to find
War
out.
Games, just smack people with shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a J-Lo lyric to fit in, but I just know Jenny from the Block. Waiting for tonight.
I'm just thinking Jenny from the Block. What else is there?
She's got bangers. Jennifer Lopez does have bangers. Yeah, J-Lo definitely does. Fuck, she's got big songs. If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you care for me? That's not what you told me, not what you said. Yeah, that's a banger.
Yeah.
So, we go to...
Love don't cost a
Is that J-Lo?
Yeah, apparently.
Bang. She should have a versus. J-Lo versus Britney Spears.
Okay.
They need to happen.
Britney's a bit busy with other stuff at the moment.
She's just free.
She is free.
We freed her. Free Britney. We did it. We go...
Britney 2.0.
We go to Carmello Hayes.
Oh, God. Sorry.
Carmello Hayes comes out. He's being interviewed in the middle of the ring. He says, I got the juice now. He's wearing a t-shirt that says Future.
Yeah.
He must be very excited because the rapper Future got his first ever #1 with Way Too Sexy.
Interesting.
So maybe he's celebrating. Or he thinks he's a Future.
Or it's a Davie Future
Porter
shirt.
He's a fan of
and
8
then
Mile.
he just listened to our Juice review with B Detroit.
Yeah.
And that's why he said this line.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of us.
Yeah, he must be. He also says that he's got a target on my back. Carmello says, but it's NXT 2.0. Take a shot, everyone says, every time someone says NXT 2.0 tonight. Not including... From now on, if you're drinking or smoking right now, every time we say it, you got it.
2.0?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, don't say it again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He says, I'm bout it. And wherever I go, and then the camera pans. And there's just this guy standing there. And he goes, Trick goes. So, introducing Trick.
Trick Williams, is it?
Yeah, he says, did he say trick or treat? I eat trick, eat whatever.
I don't know what happened in this segment.
Okay, Carmello says, wherever I go, Trick goes. Wherever I eat, Trick eats. Whenever I get put on, Trick gets put on. And then Trick grabs the microphone and says that he's got the gift of gab with the hit you with the wrong jab, something like that. Calls Carmello the golden child of NXT, but then decides to cut a promo on Carmello, being like, yo, I got a bone to pick with you, and then proceeds to like turn on him, but then like do a respect angle. This is like a whole year's worth of a storyline. And then Carmello goes, all right, but we're still friends though. And then Carmello ends with when Mello shoots, Mello scores or hits. And then Duke Hudson comes out and he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And then they beat him up and they turn heel and then they beat up Duke Hudson. I'm also skipping over the part where someone or both of them forgot their lines.
Oh God.
I don't know what was going on here.
Oh, I was so confused.
Meanwhile, all there is colors and paint and
just going on.
Day show.
Like Trick is wearing this bright pink shirt. This was terrible. This was where it felt like, okay, this is almost like a pilot, and we're just expected to know who these guys are. Okay, Carmello Hayes is the contract winner. He's not shown himself being a heel at all. But this promo, right from the beginning, was heelish. It was arrogant and cocky, and then bringing out sort of muscle. He's like, I've got a target on my back, so I need muscle. Having his friend, it was all heelish. As if it was just such a sudden turn from what we've been watching. I have no idea who this Trick Williams guy is. He had no idea what his lines were. It got very awkward. And as you said, they went from, okay, I'm heel now. This is my muscle. I love you, but I hate you, and I want your title, but you don't have a title yet. You've just got a contract, but I respect you.
But we can be friends, or maybe we're not friends.
Let's beat up Duke Hudson.
Do we want to help you beat up? Yeah, I'll help you beat up Duke Hudson. What?
This was very confusing.
I was so lost. And Carmello Hayes in ring has been amazing.
Has been very impressive.
And even cutting promos here and there.
Yeah, he's been good.
And just totally left field, just out of nowhere. Trick or treat. This was not the treat.
I don't know who it was that lost their lines first, but it was weird.
Like this was like a promo class.
It was. And there's a reason why you maybe like do that longer, you know?
Yeah.
Think of all the people we've had brought up, and we've had people come up that seem green, but they don't look completely out of place. This looked like I was watching like a network documentary showing practice at the Performance Center.
Yeah, and it's too bad because Hayes doesn't seem like he needs to be in a team or have a manager or bodyguard, a partner. Like he's been great. I think he could have been better on his own, but
for some reason
he does have a contract. I think that's what he is kind of teasing here. He has a contract, and they said that he can even go for the tag titles, which would be so stupid considering you just would go for the world title. So I imagine Hayes challenges Ciampa in the future.
Or Swerve, yeah.
Maybe
that's why we've got two babyface champs, so let's turn him heel. I don't know.
I'm not mad at him heel. It's just like then why?
It was just very oddly executed.
It's like why go through all these motions with the guy being like, "Hey, I'm your mate." Nah, I'm not your mate, but I respect you, but I want to fight you.
And it was just done like we're expected to know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Trick Williams.
Trick. NXT 2.0. We go to Gigi Dolin and Jacy Jayne backstage, and they're talking to someone off camera, and they say, "Mandy, you look amazing. The old you, that wasn't the real you. This is the real Mandy. New NXT, new Mandy Rose." I would have said new NXT, new Mandy.
Oh, yeah. And her back was turned, and she had like her hood up.
She was Taz with the towel.
Yeah. We did skip over something.
Oh.
The kind of the groomsmen were in the dressing room.
Right.
And you have Johnny Gargano and Odyssey Jones, and they're all in the long sleeve Dexter Loomis shirts with gloves on. That's kind of their wedding suit. And Johnny's like, "We miss something. Knock, knock. In comes Austin Theory."
Right, the return. Austin Theory just walks in.
We thought he was going to do a dramatic comeback, but no, he comes back all smiling. And he says, "We need a priest tonight because there's a wedding." And in walks Damian Priest. Priest says, "I heard there was an open bar, so I came from Raw."
Grimes says it's on him. The bar's on his dime tonight. Yeah, they got a real priest. Yeah. But he says he's not a real priest. He's just here.
And then Theory goes for the like, no-look high five, and Johnny is like, "Yeah, bring it in here." Gives him a hug.
So Theory's back.
Yeah. Bit of a weird reintroduction. I thought, I'm sure he was going to do something dramatic later on.
Yeah, I thought.
Or even just show up as the priest. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a little like, oh, okay, he's just back. And Damian Priest, going back to like high school euphemisms, is like, "Yo, I graduated, but I'm still going to these parties in high school." Absolutely. Free booze? Yo, I'm in, yo. Isn't he a champion?
Yes. Yeah, he's US champion.
No idea. Is he still teaming with Bad Bunny?
No. Oh. Bad Bunny's busy.
Hitting destroyers somewhere else.
Probably.
I wish Bad Bunny was all elite. Hitting destroyers. Set the precedent. 2.0.
Bad Bunny versus Sting.
Yeah. You know what, though?
Bad Bunny and Tully versus Sting.
Bad Tully. Why am I seeing hip-hop sensation Bad Bunny hit Canadian destroyers this year, but fucking Trick can't remember his lines on NXT 2.0? What's going on in that PC? It's a little backwards. So the way is getting ready, and the groomsmen are all in the nice black button shirt and the gloves because they're ready for the wedding. Well, And I mentioned Gigi and Jacy. We got a new Mandy coming, which leads to the next match. Cue the Marilyn Manson knockoff theme. Tainted Love or no, Sweet Dreams? Sweet Dreams, yeah. Gigi and Jacy going up against Kacy and Kayden.
Gigi, Jacy, Kacy, and Kayden.
Say it 10 times fast. Gigi, Jacy, Kayden, Kacy.
Gigi, Jacy, Kacy, and Kayden.
Jeez. Well, Kacy gains the advantage early on here and starts locking in a abdominal stretch, I think, on Gigi as they go to picture-in-picture. And we see Kyle O'Reilly getting ready for his main event Fatal 4-Way NXT title match while the match is going on right now. But Kyle...
I'm sorry, I've just been looking at the Twitch room and... Gigi, Jacy, Kacy, and Ishii.
Gigi, Jacy, Kacy, Kayden, Ishii.
Sorry.
Gigi, Jacy, Kayden, Kacy. That's wild. Yeah. So there's an abdominal stretch as they go to a picture-in-picture of Kyle O'Reilly in the locker room, shadowboxing or taping up, as he's attacked from Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland. And commentary as they cut back to the match that's going on right now are like, too bad about Kyle. I guess he's not going to be in that match later tonight.
Pretty much. They didn't wait for confirmation. He's probably not going to wrestle now.
Wow, thanks, Vic Joseph. You must have a crystal ball.
Well, maybe he's been watching a lot of wrestling.
Has he? Because he doesn't know names and moves.
No, he's like, I watch Raw. This is what happens. We're not going to give the advertised match. He's been beaten up. He's out.
He's done.
He's out. I know. Watch wrestling.
I'm not throwing shade on Vic Joseph, but I think he's improved a lot. But he's still just like
the team itself. I think it's got a lot better.
I can literally send him notes of wrestling moves and the names of them. Well, this match is continuing, but it already went to a picture-in-picture, and we come back and Kacy and Kayden are just running shit here on Gigi and Jacy as someone shows up in a hood. It looked like Kanye at the Met Gala just the other day. And she's hooded, and she's beating up Kacy and Kayden as she takes... And it gets a DQ right away as she takes off the hood and reveals it's Mandy Rose. But it's the new Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose 2.0. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, Brunette Mandy Rose.
Oh, yes. Thought she looked great. This new look, I think, looks awesome on her.
Well, there's a beatdown. This shocked the world, and Sarray come out for the save. It's now 3-on-3, and when we come back from a commercial break, this is now a 6-woman tag match. And, well, there was a lot here. Sarray hitting her drop kicks to Gigi. I guess Sarray is the reason Mandy's a brunette. She kicked her so hard that her hair turned brown.
Yeah. She wore the face guard for like a week.
Yeah.
And then maybe she... it's like, you know, when in The Little Mermaid doesn't she sell her voice and then her hair changes colour or something?
Yeah.
It's like that. To get her beauty back, she had to sacrifice the blonde.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, she definitely found the beauty somewhere else. She gets beat up, but she comes back as brunette.
Yes.
I wonder if how did Rogue and X-Men get her hair? Like in the movie Magneto's machine thing, but why is Rogue's hair just a little bit of white? It's because she's old.
Why are you balding?
Because we're getting old. Well, Mandy's in here, and the new and improved Mandy Rose is better than we expected here. She's hitting like a fall-away slam. She's hitting these power slams.
Yeah, this beautiful fall-away slam immediately into the kip-up.
Yeah, Hangman style. Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if you've... I just referred... she reminded me of Hangman Page, but I'm not sure if you've ever seen this wrestler. She really reminded me of this young up-and-comer, Kazuchika Okada. And Brunette Mandy Rose may be superior. Brunette Mandy Rose, just when I thought this show was going off the deep end with that dude Trick, we get Brunette Mandy Rose who comes in.
She saved the show for me.
She comes in. She's cleaning house. Kayden gets a hot tag, and she gains some offense. The low super kick to Mandy, and then a second one. Mandy Rose kicks out because Brunette Mandy ain't killing that. Most people, when they go Super Saiyan, they go blonde, but she does the opposite.
Yeah.
She goes from blonde to brunette. And Mandy Rose hits the rose trigger, the brunette rose trigger, to Kayden, or is it to Kacy, and puts her to bed. The new and improved Mandy Rose gets the win for her team here. And damn.
This might be my match of the night, actually. I thought this was great. I wasn't really expecting much, and Mandy genuinely impressed me here. She's improved a lot. I thought that her like V trigger, the rose knee, what is it?
Yeah, rose trigger.
Rose trigger. I thought looked awesome. I thought Kayden again looked really good. I liked her kind of hot tag, the kind of double drop kick in the corner into the splash, taking out all three members of the team. I thought looked really good, and when her and Mandy were going at it especially. But Mandy definitely stood out, and if this is continuing a feud with Sarray, and we know Sarray isn't afraid to throw some punches, I know we've seen that match already, but I think we could actually get something pretty good between the two.
Well, I like the fact that Gigi and Jacy were kind of losing, and now that they've aligned themselves with Mandy, their luck is turning and stuff. So it sets up some feuds here. I kind of like that unit with I like Gigi and Jacy, and I think Mandy with them is great. But who knew that you just needed to dye your hair, and all of a sudden you'd be this lit wrestler?
Well, you're joking, but like you can see she's like improved. Really worked.
Yeah,
a lot.
Definitely. Where's Dana Brooke? She should like dye her hair.
Has Dana Brooke been released?
No, don't say that.
That's right. Mandy Rose left her.
Right.
So she's lost.
So she should dye her hair.
Yeah, why not?
Show up and just start doing fall away slam kip ups and crazy. Mandy needs to hit the destroyer.
She probably has.
The Rose Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Wow. Brunette Mandy Rose is the standout from NXT 2.0 here tonight. You've heard it here first. No Mandy slander going forward on this show.
Irony with me anyway.
No.
I thought she was genuinely great tonight.
No, you think I'm joking. I'm not.
Yeah.
You can't tell in the tone of my voice.
Well, I think it's this show. I'm like, I don't know what to trust anymore.
Yeah, we don't trust no one. Don't trust anybody. We go to the women in the wedding party getting ready. It's like the big fat NXT wedding right here. We get Indy getting ready, gotten all the makeup. Candice. We see Cora Jade wearing a toque, wearing a winter hat at a wedding here. And Candice is like, don't wear hats at weddings. Even I follow that. Suit. Never. You wouldn't do that. At a funeral either. Well, they're getting ready and they're excited. Candice is like, you sure you want to do this? And Indy is sure. We get Ridge Holland coming to the ring as we go to break. When we come back, there's a video for the NXT Women's Champ, Raquel Gonzalez. No mention of her match that was supposed to take place tonight, but I assume that's next week.
Maybe.
Sure.
Who cares?
Yeah, weird. They don't care, clearly. But it's a video just reminding us that she's Women's Champ. And we go to William Regal. It's so funny seeing him now with his new office with all the paint splatter on the graphics and everything on the screens. He says what Vic Joseph already spoiled for us earlier. Kyle O'Reilly is no longer in the fatal four-way match. Shucks. He says he's not cleared medically. And, well, he's not going to be in the match. But you know who is going to be in the match?
Who?
I'll tell you who. Von Wagner.
Von Wagner?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was the guy front row at TakeOver with the name across the front. No?
I thought he was the Nightcrawler in X-Men. Kurt Wagner. Von Wagner.
Vaughn Wagner.
All right, so Regal just randomly goes, hey, everyone should know this guy.
He's like, this guy tried to help Kyle, so he's in the main event.
Man, what? Like, no disrespect to this guy. I'm not very familiar with him, but what a, throwaway. You promoted a match, and then you just do this.
Yeah, very odd. But I think maybe a deliberate decision for what we're going to see later. So, obviously a deliberate decision, but
isn't there Dr. Wagner in
Dr. Wagner
in Mexico? Yeah. Well, Von Wagner sounds like some 80s band, German metal or something. It'd be good. Von Wagner's going to be in a match in the Fatal 4-Way, and his big breakthrough match is going to be in the title match. Yeah. Well, we go to our next match, which is Ridge Holland versus Drake Maverick. And, well,
Grayson Waller.
Grayson Waller, Aussie, what is it? Aussie Jake Paul?
Aussie Jake Paul, yeah.
Did Jake Paul have a fight recently? Was he at that one?
A few weeks ago.
It was a few
won,
weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah, he won. Fight, in quotations, yeah. Although I saw Tito Ortiz get knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
And that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. Shout out Anderson Silva. And shout out Grayson Waller, who's ringside here for Drake Maverick. But to be honest with you, he doesn't really help him because Drake Maverick just gets eaten here. I know that both these guys are British, so they probably call people tossers, but Ridge literally tosses this guy across the ring multiple times, hits the northern grit, the snowplow, whatever you want to call it, and pins Maverick just like that.
I quite enjoy Ridge Holland, and I think just watching him murder people is quite fun. And Drake Maverick is good at being murdered by big people. So this was fine. I think I can see Ridge definitely moving up the card, and I am excited to see what he could do, because I definitely get these Brock vibes.
Young Brock
him.
vibes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We go to Ciampa, and he has a little promo here for his match later tonight. And, well, he's talking about how it's much more than the title. It's been 908 days since I held Goldie, and, well, I'm going to get her back tonight. Then we go to probably the biggest pop of the night, which was...
Oh, yeah.
Cue the really generic Godfather ripoff Italian mob music. Then cuts of like streets as it cuts to this guy who says, I was born and raised in the streets of Chicago. My parents, businessmen, waste management, meat markets. I found success in amateur wrestling in Buffalo and became an All-American. My family, they smartened me up. There's no money in amateur wrestling. The real money is in NXT. As it says, Tony D'Angelo coming soon to NXT 2.0.
What the fuck is happening?
He's going to make us an offer you can't refuse.
I laughed out loud with this.
Biggest pop of the night.
Guy. I don't know anything about this guy. They're going with this character. They're going with this, like, yeah, Italian, like.
You know what this means, don't you?
What?
NXT Italy.
NXT Italy.
It's gonna happen.
But yeah, it feels like a new, like, full-blooded Italians thing.
Big Vito.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano. Gabagool.
Well, this is to come with the Sopranos prequel film, right?
That's right. Yeah.
We saw that coming out. Maybe they're trying to get ahead of the curve this time.
Mobs stuff is gonna be cool again, popular again.
But Tony D'Angelo, he left an impression tonight, so good for him.
Tony D'Angelo. Wow. This felt like old NXT.
This really felt like old NXT.
Where they show you some random like video vignette that they filmed really quickly and put together pretty quickly that's like promoting a new guy and his Italian descent. So yeah, he's a mob.
What's your character? Italian.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. Are we gonna get a whole squad? He needs a whole like crew.
Well, I'm interested. He said he's an amateur wrestler.
Yeah.
So put him in Diamond Mine. Fuck it.
They need an Italian in representation.
They don't have an Italian in.
No.
Diamond
Is Roddy
Mine
Italian?
Yet.
Is Bivens Italian?
I don't know.
I don't think so. No, they need Italian.
Yeah, have Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo, the amateur
an upgrade
wrestler.
from Tyler Rust.
Maybe like it's weird. We do a show called What's Next, and we just saw the debut of Enzo in the one we recorded this week, and it's before he even had his like Enzo theme. That's similar to like the music that was playing here. It's like he's not going for this Jersey guy. He's going for this Chicago. He said Buffalo too, but like American Italian character. And to be fair, we don't really have too many going on right now. I'm a big fan of Nunzio, Lil Guido. Like we need more. Of this, so maybe it will work. But right off the bat, it's doing that like generic, like Sopranos thing. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Tony D'Angelo.
I'm trying to find the video again, but he was wearing like a white wife beater and a hat and braces, wasn't he?
Yeah. gonna go to the red and white checkered dinner table at the restaurant, at the diner. Mom's making the sauce, the gravy.
Hey, Ma!
The meatballs. Damn, like, just like, what? This is like, I don't want to knock it down, like, right off the gate, but it genuinely made us laugh. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but fuck it. I want more. I already mentioned on this show many times, my pandemic show was The Sopranos, so you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And hope it's not a fugazi. Tony D'Angelo.
Oh no, he was wearing a white V-neck with a chain and a blazer with a cigar in the pocket.
I appreciate
and like
the cigar.
A bowler hat.
He's gonna be my best. He's gonna be my favorite wrestler
Tony
next year.
D'Angelo.
NXT champ in 2023. Can't wait for Tony D'Angelo. You heard it here first. I can't wait. What do you think his finisher is? Something like Italian, like the mob hit.
Party foul.
No, he
does that.
Yeah, we'll see. Tony D'Angelo. That was probably the highlight too. Well, we go from Tony D'Angelo, hey ho, hey oh, forget about it, to Crab and Doyle.
Yes.
Crab and Boyle?
Crab and Goyle, yeah.
Crab and Goyle.
Goyle?
Right. Boyle.
Goyle.
Crab and the Creed brothers.
Yes.
The Creed brothers, and I'm joking. These
Brutus
guys,
and Julius.
Yeah, Brutus and Julius Creed with Malcolm Bivens, part of the Diamond Mine. And I'm joking, but these guys are awesome. We saw them last week throwing people around so quick that they didn't even tell us the name of these people. And pretty much the same thing here. Could not tell who these guys were. These guys get power slammed, thrown around, huge, low clothesline, kind of like the sliding D like Tomohiro Ishii does.
More vicious. Just took his head off.
The Creed brothers win almost instantly, and yeah, very impressive. If this is the direction of NXT 2.0, then please, yeah.
These guys are great. Dangerous looking. I love how they but dangerous in a good way.
Yeah,
it's exciting to watch. I love how they slap the shit out of each other before tagging each other.
To tag each other. He's bleeding from it.
I think, is it Julius, the blonde one, was just bleeding from the nose. But one of the slaps just so hard.
Yeah.
I think these guys are quite exciting. And I don't mind just watching them kill random indie, local guys.
Well, according to John Cena in the chat, he says their names were Dan Jarman and Trevor Skelly.
Okay.
So... R.I.P. because they got squashed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I wouldn't mind seeing more of this for a few weeks.
Creed brothers doing this?
Yeah, definitely got that AOP vibe, but better, like wrestlers.
Wrestling, yeah. I like the wrestling. Yeah. Chris Leone in the chat says we should slap each other before we podcast.
What makes you think we don't?
Slap each other?
Yeah. Just open up the show bleeding.
Malcolm Bivens grabs a microphone. He says, if you've got two legs, we can carry you out. We're going to take you out. Anyone who wants to fight the Creed brothers, step to us. And now introducing the newest member of the Diamond Mine, Ivy Nile, who's standing next to them. She's got a chain wrapped around her. John Cena, word life. And they say that no one is more determined than Ivy. And he says, do us a favor, flex for us, Ivy. And she flexes. She's got muscles where we don't even have places to have muscles. She's got muscles on muscles. Bivens says, when you wake up and eat your breakfast, she's already ran 10 miles. She was a star on NBC Titan Games. And she's going to take the Diamond Mine to the next level as they're interrupted by Kushida.
Yeah, he's back.
He comes out, cruiserweight champion, Kushida. And, well, he's giving Matthew from Botchamania some great material here. Kushida must be a big fan.
I think they all are.
Yeah, as Kushida says, you, and you, talk. You talk too much.
Oh.
You talk too much. You never shut up. And they're like, So I guess we're getting this match. He wants to fight Roddy.
Next week.
Yeah, Roddy Kushida.
Is next week.
NXT 2.0.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been pushed back a bit, obviously. But yeah, I do think the Diamond Mine had a bit of a rocky start, but the Creed brothers have definitely injected some life into it. Bivens is great on the mic.
We had to sacrifice Tyler Rust.
I know.
Taylor Rust
now, yeah. And Ivy Nile Be interested to see what she can do, but it's cool adding a female to this as well.
Yeah, it makes it seem like a whole unit, and the Creed brothers now have been showing me that okay, well, we got some stuff to look forward to.
I can see Roddy taking it next week.
That'd be great. Yeah, and then
that should be a really good match.
Creed versus MSK down the line, and they take it too. New undisputed era. Who?
Yeah,
we got Diamond Mine.
Exactly.
Diamond Mine.
Mine.
Diamond Mine.
Diamond Mine.
We go to Johnny Gargano with final preparation for the wedding, and he's like still not sure if this is going to go forward, but he's ready. He's like, all right, the wedding. And the wedding is going to be our main event.
Yes.
So don't forget it, main event. Which means our next match is the co-main event, and it's for the vacant NXT title.
Yes. Just before the match, Vic's like, hey, I watched SmackDown on Friday, saw Edge get stretches out. Is he all right? Beth's like, yeah, he's recovering at home right now, but anyway, we've got a fatal 4-way and a wedding to look forward to.
Yeah, you'd figure she was allowed to bring a +1.
Yeah, but, well, I mean, he's recovering at home.
Hurt. Yeah,
his neck.
Damn. So, vacant NXT title. So, if you're following the current lineage of the NXT title, it's now on Mr. Vacant. Yes. It was on Samoa Joe. It was on Karrion Kross. It was on Jeff Hardy. It was on Karrion Kross, and so forth and so forth. So now it's vacant, and we know we're getting a new champion here today. And yes, there's reports that Pete Dunne has signed a contract.
A long extension.
Yeah, so we were all going, hey, okay, well, that could kind of make sense. So reminding everyone who's in this match right now. Pete Dunne.
Yes.
L.A. Knight.
Yes.
Tommaso Ciampa. And Von Wagner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dream match.
Yeah. Pretty much. There's all chaos from all four here, sending everyone flying. The smoke settles, and it's Ciampa and Pete with a standoff here. Pete hits a PK and then, of course, does his shoulder shrug as he works on the fingers, or phalanges, as Beth calls them. Wagner comes in. He eats more stuff from Pete, but then counters the move and turns Pete Dunne inside out with this huge lariat. So this Wagner guy showing some impressive stuff right out the gate here. And then a flatliner on LA Knight for a near fall. Pete comes back stomping both the hands of Wagner as he comes out of a move there. And then he gets sent to the outside, but Wagner gets hit with this like roll through from Ciampa into the Willow's Bell, which looked awesome. Everyone is on the outside, therefore Ciampa in the ring jumps to the outside with this flying corkscrew plancha, and we don't see Ciampa do that too often.
No, not at all.
But very impressive here. Holy. Back in the ring, Ciampa and Pete, again, the vets here going at it, and it's the bitter end, but it's broken up from Wagner, who then hits an angle slam, or Wagner slam, if you will, on LA Knight for a 2.9 count.
Yeah, we bit here.
There's then forearms to Wagner from Ciampa. There's Pete who comes back, German suplexes. Pete is up top, and LA Knight jumps up like a spider monkey, like Kurt Angle always. He's great at this.
He does this so well.
Superplex. He makes a superplex look good. There's then Wagner who comes back with a
Kurt
butterfly.
Would do it with a belly to belly, right?
Yeah.
This with the superplex looked so impressive.
Yeah. Butterfly suplex from Wagner. Again, a near fall here, like a 2.9. Ciampa comes in to break it up. There's the fairy tale ending on Wagner.
Yes.
I think. And well, all faith is restored in NXT 2.0 because your new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. Yes, the greatest love story in wrestling continues. Ciampa and Goldie reunited, and it feels so good.
LA Knight took the fall.
LA Knight took the fall.
Yes.
Yeah, poor LA.
Yeah, Goldie's come home. This was actually quite entertaining. I'm kind of bummed out we didn't get it with Kyle because I think we'd have just had a better match. But I didn't think this Von Wagner guy looked out of place. There were definitely moments in the match when Ciampa and Pete were like, let's just do our stuff, and it was the more exciting bit. But Wagner had a couple of cool-looking moments, and I think I think they were kind of teasing us with this match because we know it's the NXT 2.0.
Say it again.
And then we see a bunch of these new guys we haven't seen before. And then we have Bron Breaker beat LA Knight in the opening match. I was nervous going into this, but that meant whenever Wagner went for a pinfall, I kind of bit on those pinfalls a bit more than I would have.
Right.
Because I was worried. I was like, oh no, are you going with this? But they've gone, unfortunate what happened with Joe. Interesting, they've gone with another veteran. And I think it's maybe they want Ciampa to work with some of these younger guys for TV or stuff with the title. But I'm happy Ciampa's got it.
Yeah, Goldie, Daddy's home.
He never lost it.
He didn't he?
No.
We never got him to fight. Yeah, we never got him to. He lost it because of the injury, and then we never got that. Yeah.
Like, he's challenged for it since, but he's never.
He never won it back. He looked great in this match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ciampa reminded us just a little while ago with that Timothy Thatcher stuff. We're like, why isn't this guy like one of the stars in wrestling? For sure. Again, it's because people always go, he is smaller than other people. I'm like, dude, Ciampa's fucking awesome. And this definitely reminded me again. That corkscrew was awesome, but just he's good at storytelling in matches, and you can learn how to suplex someone. You can learn how to have catchphrases, but there's some people who will never get storytelling a lot of the time, and Ciampa definitely knows how to do that in certain things. Again, making you believe that this Von Wagner, Yeah, this guy was good too, though. Like, this guy, I'm looking him up here, and it says he's son of former AWA WWE WCW star Wayne Bloom, who wrestled as Bo Beverly of the Beverly Brothers.
Okay.
So he played football and all this stuff. So he's been signed since March of 2019.
Oh, so he's been there a while.
He's been chilling here.
So been a bit of a quiet project, I guess. No, I thought he definitely kept up in the main event, and I think Ciampa is a bit of a. I think a lot we were expecting Pete. I think because
Peter Dunne.
It felt like they were gearing towards a Pete Dunne Samoa Joe match down the line, so it kind of felt that's the way they're going. Ciampa's maybe a bit of a safer choice, because you know he's gonna do incredible promos whoever he's against.
Yeah.
I think we now, with this new NXT, we're going to start seeing maybe a bit more. Obviously, we're going to see a lot more of the mix of the younger guys, but being featured heavily, throwing them in the deep end. So I could expect to see some Ciampa title defenses against random Von Wagners and Josh Briggs and people like that. But hopefully still sticking with maybe more your vets for your big events if you're doing, say, Halloween Havoc on TV, or if we're getting any more takeovers.
Well, I want Pete versus Ciampa.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
So that's what I mean. Build to that for a big event.
Yeah.
But then meanwhile, Ciampa can play about with all these new toys.
Von
maybe.
Wagner's.
Yeah.
Von Wagner sounds like an EDM Euro DJ or something, like Tiesto or Martin Garrix. Von Wagner. I would totally buy it as this DJ set or something. I actually got into this match. I thought Pete and Ciampa with their every time they brushed off the new guys who were putting up a fight, and then they LA Knight being one of the new guys. Sorry, but them staring at each other and fighting was teasing me more that give them a 30-minute slot and let them kill it, because they totally would.
I think we're going there,
yeah, hopefully. I'm happy that Ciampa got some flowers here tonight, because I still love this guy, the Psycho Killer. He's the Sicilian psychopath.
He is.
He's got to fight Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo.
Coming soon.
Be his muscle to take on Trick Williams and Carmello Hayes. These names are awful.
So, new Ciampa. So, we're looking in a good direction for the title scene. At least we don't have Karrion Kross. We can look to brighter days.
Yes.
So, good to him. Goldie and Ciampa. We go to our next love story, the main event. The InDex wedding. Are you ready for this? We get some of the people coming in to join in. They're guests at this wedding as we're about to go to break, as they're setting it up. Io Shirai and Zoe Starks, the NXT Women's Tag
Fighting.
Yeah, they're bickering. Oh, I'm sitting here. No, you're sitting here. Oh. We see the grizzled young vets who they're like, this is an absolute rib. This is going to be utter carnage. Don't they watch wrestling weddings?
They're going, all right, who's going to have a fight then here? I think it's going to be the groom and stuff like that.
When we come back...
Looking smart as always in their suits.
Looking nice, yeah.
They scrub up nicely.
We come back, and now everyone's set up. It's beautiful. Everyone's here. Beautiful wedding. The whole NXT roster's sitting. Everyone's dressed up. Jiro's wearing his jacket and his ring gear.
Yep.
He's the only one. Yeah. We see Johnny Gargano walk out Indy Hartwell. He's dressed as Dexter Lumis with the shirt and the gloves. But Dexter, the groom, is in this very nice jacket, this blazer, this suit. Look very fancy, very horror chic here, this Dexter. He's got a good, cool look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they come out, and our dearly beloved, we are welcomed here today for the marriage of Dexter Gaylord Loomis and Indy Ophelia Hartwell. Revealing
Is Bruce Pritchard back there.
They revealed the middle names of our characters here. What's your middle name?
Graham.
Not as good as Gaylord.
No,
mine's
not quite.
David.
It's David.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So, Dexter Gaylord, it's like Gaylord Fokker.
Gaylord Fokker, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. And Ophelia, yeah. So Indy says, I do. And who gives this woman away in this hand of marriage? And this is Johnny. He's like, oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I do. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Takeover, first Triple Crown champ. And they're like, Candice is like, yo, Johnny,
it's not your moment.
Yeah. Okay, John Gargano, give this woman away. And they say, Theory, do you have the rings? And he goes, no, I don't have the rings. And they go, what do you mean?
He goes, we're in a ring.
We're in a ring right now, a wrestling ring. No, where's the rings? And he goes, oh, I gave it to him. And he points at Jiro, the only guy in the blazer. Colorful blazer. He's got the NXT paint splatter.
So
and then,
Johnny Gargano was meant to be responsible for the rings. And Austin Theory just came back. He didn't know he was going to be there. And was like, all right, Austin, take these rings. And then Theory's like, no, I'll give them to Jiro. Why are you passing these rings around? Just keep the rings on you, John.
So Jiro opens his blazer and reveals that, he's got the box with the rings. And Johnny's like, do you even know him? How do you know him? Just give me the rings. So he takes the ring. And Theory goes, yo, Jiro, that's my guy. Austin Theory reminds me of this actor, Jimmy Tatro. He's in this show called Home Economics, but he was also in American Vandal. He was the main guy.
Oh, yes. No, I know exactly the guy.
He's totally this guy. He's in a bunch of comedies and stuff.
Yeah,
Jimmy Tatro, yeah. Home Economics
he's great.
Right now.
He's fantastic.
He's totally Austin Theory. They look alike, and he's acting like this guy.
They act dumb jock.
Yeah.
Really well.
Yeah.
I do think Austin Theory is pretty funny.
Well, there's time for the vows. And it's time. So first the priest here, not Damian Priest. The priest says, would anyone like to object? Does anyone here have any objections? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And we know in wrestling weddings, well, that's just a cue for something.
Waiting for Liv Morgan to come out.
Who knows who would come out? Trick, Slick, who knows who could come out? But Dexter, before the priest could finish this, opens up his blazer jacket, revealing an axe. Showing everybody, flashing the axe, basically saying, you object?
I murder you with an axe.
So, shockingly, no one objects at this wedding.
Yeah, everyone puts their hand down.
Dexter keeping the blade with him. He's always walking around just ready. Don't
fuck with Dexter.
Yeah, he's walking around.
Love. Don't fuck with love.
Yeah. Dexter's got the axe. It's time for the vows. Indy's got a vow. She says, Dexter, you're misunderstood. They see you as creepy, but you're my cuddly teddy bear. Some see you as a stalker, but I see a caring man, a well-groomed mustache, tight clothes, and you're just so sweet when you're always following me around, watching my every move. And they call you a freak, and I say, damn right he's a freak.
Woo!
Ow, ow. She says, Dexter's my freak. And I love you. Like that one time when you snuck into my bed when Johnny and Candace were sleeping? And Dexter cuts her off, and Johnny and Candace are like, whoa, wait, what? You came into our house when what do you mean? What are you talking about? What were you doing? You keep me safe, Dexter, says Indy. I understand you. Oh, what beautiful vows.
Beautiful.
From Indy.
Indy Hartwell's very good, I think.
Very. It's now time for Dexter's vows. The whole crowd here in the CWC, the NXT 2.0 zone. Everyone, shh, Dexter's going to speak. But instead, he just puts his thumbs up. Thumb up. Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
And the priest is like, hey.
Very unprofessional, right?
Very unprofessional priest. Says, Dexter, you don't have anything to say? You don't have any vows?
Just bared her soul to you.
Your beautiful bride just gave you all this, and you have nothing to say? So Dexter, annoyed by this, should have pulled out the axe.
Yeah.
But instead...
He's being kind.
Yeah. Locks in the silence, his submission hold, the finisher here. Puts the priest to sleep. Damn. And, well, he stands back in line, and everyone has to be like, Dexter, stop murdering people. But now, we don't have a priest for this wedding. So the crowd starts to chant, Regal, Regal. Who's in the back of the wedding? He's there, and he's like, no, please, stop. No, I can't do this. No, stop. Regal. He's sitting next to Zombie Ref, by the way. Who's in Zombie Ref?
He's Zombie.
So Regal's...
Canadian
Zombie Ref. Regal's not going to do it. He's not going to be the priest, the officiator.
People were chanting for Priest as well. Thought Damien Priest was going to come back out.
And then they chant for Beth. 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 She gets off the commentary desk, comes up into the ring, goes on the microphone at the podium.
She kind of kicks the priest out the way as well.
She says, hi, last night I kind of figured something like this may have happened. So, just in case, I went online and got my wedding officiator certificate.
Such a sitcom thing, isn't it? Just have a character. Yeah, I'm ordained.
Yeah. So she got her certificate. She's allowed to wed people, so she's ready. So she's gonna do it. So she's got her certificate. She's gonna marry them. Let's cut to the chase, says Beth, as Andre Chase stands up and says, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Who? He says, did someone say Andre Chase?
No, literally nobody is saying Team Taz.
Everyone goes, no. No one said it. No one said Andre Chase. We don't even know who you are. Yeah, that's very like Team Taz
it's
being
Punk,
like,
yeah.
Hey, Punk, don't keep my name out of your mouth. Don't talk shit about me. I didn't say. Andre Chase. Did someone say? No. No one said that. This is his swan song. Andre Chase. They continue. Beth says, in sickness and in health, till death, till preferably natural causes of death, and hopefully not by an axe. Right, Dexter? Do you part, Indy? I do. And do you, Dexter, till death do you part. And he stops Beth. Grabs the microphone. Dexter Lumis leans in. And the first words we ever hear that come out of his mouth is, I do. Dexter and Indy. InDex. Beth says, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. As they smooch.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone celebrates. And for the first time ever in a wrestling wedding, there was no hijinks, no interruptions, no love triangles.
And you know what? I'm okay with it.
Wow.
I thought this felt quite refreshing for a wrestling wedding. It felt like, to me, I've got a background in musical theatre. I've done a lot of musical theatre growing up. It feels like the final scene of a like Rodgers and Hammerstein musical from the 50s, where all the characters get back together at the end in the church, and there's some funny, cheesy gags, but eventually the marriage goes off and they live happily ever after. I totally felt they were going to break into song at some point. I quite liked it, how it was set up. I can't remember many wrestling weddings where we've had all the guests in the ring. I thought that was quite different. And also, I liked the use of the crowd being lit up here, because it felt kind of like you were at some sort of wedding with all these spectators and stuff. Yeah, it's silly. It's definitely not going to be for everyone.
Right.
I think as far as this story's gone, I thought it was quite a nice little wedding, and obviously there's going to be more coming from it, and maybe someone getting jealous or whatever.
Yeah, we assumed Theory would interject in the wedding because he was the one who maybe, for some reason, he's been missing, but instead they just brought him back. So whether the way continue now with this, like I mentioned previous weeks, like this new advanced the way, the Avengers 2.0, where the Dexter's involved now. Like, they met the Guardians of the Galaxy and they built him in.
This was definitely the creepiest Dexter's been as well. So you could also have him actually being evil the whole time.
Well, he had as an axe.
He did.
Yeah.
And it's like the plan's worked. Now Johnny loves him. Theory's embracing him. He's in the way. And then he's going to try and attack it from within.
That'd be evil.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that.
Or Indy's going to be heartbroken.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cheesy, but I thought the performances were all good. Compare this to the moment earlier with Carmello Hayes and where they're just lost.
Yeah.
These felt like professionals knowing what they were doing. I'm always really impressed with how good Indy is on the mic. I think Dexter, how he's able to never crack with all this going on.
Right.
Like how he keeps in character is great. Johnny's awesome. The payoff with Beth was nice.
Yeah, Beth obviously had to be involved somehow, some way here, for sure, because of the months of her digging into it and
wanting this to happen.
Yeah. It was really silly, and of course this is supposed to be like your pilot, your new season premiere of this new NXT. But weddings in wrestling have been a thing.
Yes.
Like, we did a show just last year for Valentine's Day called Top 5 Moments of Love in Wrestling, and that was just me and you running down every single... We've talked about every single wedding in wrestling on that show, so we need to do a new version of it sometime with this one now in it. But yeah,
again, this is developmental. They're preparing you for Raw. They're like, you're gonna have to do weddings in wrestling.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to learn how to fall off a ladder.
Yeah,
and you're gonna have to learn how to have a wedding.
It's
in
true.
Wrestling.
It's very true. Yeah, there's a lot of weddings. God bless wrestling weddings. They're always entertaining.
At wrestling school, it's like, it's wedding day.
Yeah, like, this is so stupid, but I laughed at a lot of this stuff and genuinely was like, nothing happened. They just got married. Okay, cool. What's going to happen now with this story? So, yeah. What's going to happen when Johnny doesn't sign his contract in December? You know, like, what's going to happen when...
Yeah.
I think Johnny's a lifer. Although he's not under 30 and he's not 6 feet, right?
Yeah, who knows anymore? It depends what they're offering. I'd be very interested these so-called lifers, like a Gargano, like a Kyle, like a Ciampa, what their plan is, what they want from their career.
Well, let's see what happens with InDex going forward. They're going to go on a honeymoon?
We got to see a honeymoon, I think. Yeah.
And then it's got to lead up to something with another Halloween Havoc, Dexter, Haunted House, something.
Yes.
Something, right? Yeah. So NXT is still giving you this variety hour with, okay, here's your wedding, the silly stuff. Here's your wrestling. Here's the Creed brothers.
Yeah. Here's Brick Bronson.
Here's Brick Breaker. Speaking of Brick Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
As the wedding is ending, the camera pans and it shows someone watching it. And it's the new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. You know, usually he's on a chair, he's throwing it, he's angry. But now he's reunited with his true love, Goldie. So maybe that's why he's just in a happy mood. He's almost shedding a tear. As he's greeted by Brick Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
Bron Breaker shows up. And Ciampa says, welcome to the new NXT 2.0. As they shake hands, and this Mr. Breaker stares at Goldie as NXT goes off the air. Woo! Did it.
Big focus on this guy, winning the opening match.
Breaker.
Against LA Knight. And then he seems to be the prospect feud for Ciampa.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot to take in tonight on this show. We get an introduction to Joe is the champ and he's no longer the champ. Then they tell us a match.
We won't talk about that. Then
we get a match advertised that they don't go to. Then one of the guys advertised in the match loses against a new guy. The guy also in the match loses a second time. Therefore, he shouldn't have been in the match in the first place. Maybe that's the story. Bron Breaker says to Ciampa, well, I beat LA Knight. I should have been in that match. Yeah. So maybe that's his gripe. We get some debuts. Some good. Some not so good. We got the biggest part of the show, probably the highlight of the show.
Mandy Rose.
Brunette Mandy Rose, coming in there wrecking shit. We also got the Creed brothers. They were impressive. There was a lot of things that reminded me of the old NXT, meaning it's very developmental.
Absolutely. There were definitely... This whole show, I wouldn't say was a train wreck. There was good stuff. I really enjoyed that 6-woman tag, and I did enjoy the main event, and I thought the wedding did pay off quite nicely. But it's stuff... Yeah, it's some of these guys... it does feel like old NXT. It's very clear developmental, and I don't think the guys they're looking at are necessarily the kind of guys wrestling fans want to watch these days. And I think that's what's kind of like upsetting. It's like, are we going to see more Ascension matches, essentially?
Yeah.
Is this what we're getting to? A lot of Ascension tag runs, that kind of thing. But yeah,
this show made
lights,
me, yeah.
The lights, the production wasn't for me either. But there were some good things to take away.
It felt like the whole night I was like almost like not nervous because it's just play fighting. I don't take it seriously. It's a show. But like the whole episode, it made me go, oh, is this gonna fall off the rails? Is this gonna be a show in a year? Is this just gonna be a network thing again?
Yeah, I mean, that's USA, isn't it?
Yeah. It was still an enjoyable show, but it's definitely a direction that, we'll see. But the way it looks definitely will take some getting used to. But in the end, I'm watching what's in the ring. So
the thing for me is the stuff around it distracts from what's in the ring.
Right.
I find it way harder to focus when I'm just seeing this moving paint in the background, paint on lights and camera cuts throughout.
Well, NXT is fine.
Okay.
It's not dead. NXT is not dead. NXT is life, and it's colorful.
Football is life.
Look, Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso tells me anything. I'm going to take something from him. NXT is death, but also NXT is life.
It is, yes.
Okay? Never forget that. NXT 2.0, however. That's what we thought of NXT 2.0. Let's see what you guys thought. We have a Facebook group. You should join it. UpNXT group on Facebook. We'll let you in. We post a feedback thread there and on the Post Wrestling forum. But I see we got a lot of comments on today's show. I'm going to read the first one I see here from a Jordan Goodman who writes in, I liked all the paint.
Yes.
Very good analysis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people are a fan.
He also says, I think I'm going to propose to my girlfriend just so I can have a wedding.
Oh, yeah, you should.
You think Jordan carries an axe around everywhere he goes?
No. Drumsticks,
maybe. Yeah.
Just drum. We go to Corey Helfrich, who says, NXT 2.0 gives me real bad vibes. The new lighting is legitimately headache-inducing. The main roster-esque booking with the women, B-Fab is really not good at all in the ring. The constant camera cuts, which were worse than Raw or SmackDown, and them switching up the advertised main event with people like Von Wagner is utterly baffling or outright terrible. However, the InDex wedding was absolutely amazing and probably my segment of the year across of all of wrestling.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. He just loves a good love story.
There's CM Punk returning in Chicago. Just above that, it's the InDex wedding.
Wow.
For Corey.
I mean, he gave us an honest, he said he didn't really like it, but he was feeling it. We go to Dominic, who writes in, first time, long time. First time, long time. Wow, been a minute. First time, long time. Enjoyed seeing some of the new talent. Ciampa winning the belt was the right move. He can go either way as a heel or babyface. The wedding was meh. Oh, different feels for the wedding.
We go to Bobby, who says the new layout is brighter and less bleak. I dig it. Some new faces, a new NXT champion, and a wrestling wedding that didn't end in disaster. Diamond Mine seems better than ever. Seemed like there were more matches than normal, but I'm not opposed to that. All in all, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we go to Dylan, who writes, mixed emotions tonight, but I'll start with the negatives to get them out of the way. Doesn't make sense as to why they'd have Knight lose to Bron, whose name is another negative of itself, then still be in the match, only to have Kyle O'Reilly pulled and replaced with Von Wagner. completely separate rookie. Now on to the positive. I like the set a lot. It feels like it's an arena built for wrestling and not just WWE fans sitting up their gym. Hit Row versus LDF continues to be good fun. Very excited for the blow-off between the two. Hayes and Williams have charisma together, and I like the serious direction for Hayes. While I don't like the main roster moves of interference leading to a second match with more people, the 6-woman tag was actually great. Diamond Mine continues to grow, and they look good. Roddy Kushida next week, hell yeah. Fatal 4-Way was fine. Would have been better with Kyle O'Reilly, but man, I was happy to see Ciampa get Goldie. The wedding was lovely. Perfect mishmash of dumb comedy that makes wrestling so fun sometimes. Beth was hilarious. Dexter saying I do out loud was an incredibly well-built moment. Tonight felt weird more than anything. I think I'll take it a few weeks to settle in. Very well said. I agree.
Yes. We go to Sean, who says he thought the main event, the wedding, and the women's tag match were clear standouts. Ciampa winning the title was awesome and the right call. Kyle not being in the 4-way and LA Knight losing in the first match were bad and downgraded the stakes of the main event overall. Von Wagner may one day be the greatest superstar in WWE, but tonight he did not belong in that spot. The new setup for the CWC grew on me as the night went on, though I'm still not a fan of the colouring, but it's not a deal breaker. The worst part was without a question the dumb camera work from Kayden Dunne. His shtick may be easier to ignore in a large arena, but this smaller space it was really annoying and distracting. Speaking of new talent, Bron Breaker was a standout, though I hope they get back to Rex Steiner, as were the Creed brothers in their second appearance. And though I hated Von Wagner being in the main event, he acquitted himself well considering all the other talent in the ring.
Yeah. Megan writes in, I want to address a couple of things. The constant motion sickness inducing camera cuts and the bombardment of newer faces was a little suffocating. Now that it's out the way, this was a mixed bag. 4-way was solid, surprising to have Ciampa get Goldie. I had Pete winning, and writing out Kyle does put him in chase mode. The 6-women tag was surprisingly good, and the InDex wedding went off without a hitch. Shocking. I hear Loomis breaks his silence was worth it. 2.0 has a long way to go.
And we go to Charbel, who says Gigi, Brady, Mandy, Davie.
With an eggplant emoji, and is that a peach emoji? I'm not sure what that is. We also have some on the forum.
We do.
Post Wrestling. I see here, Luigi Peppercorn writes in, hey guys, it's me, Luigi from Mushroom Kingdom. Sounds familiar. He says, hot take, this was the best NXT episode in a long time. NXT started losing its freshness since moving to 2 hours and becoming the third brand. It needed a ton of new faces and exactly what we got tonight. Kyle O'Reilly swerve stunk, but also weirdly made me more focused on the match because we all thought Vaughn was going to win the title. They boomed me. Brunette Mandy rules. Bron Breaker rules. Bad name though. And I can't lie, I love a good bad wedding angle. Wrestling. Very well said.
And finally, we go to Jesse from the 6, who says, lol, 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 that sucked.
Damn, he's not a fan.
No.
I don't think he's a fan of love.
No?
No.
All you need is love.
Yeah, it's what the world needs. More of is love.
Is love.
Is love.
And Ted Lassos.
That was NXT. That's what we thought. Again, yeah, it was a mixed bag version of a show. Like, part of me wanted to come on the show and be like, look at this train wreck.
NXT's a lot.
NXT's dead.
Yeah.
Just watch this.
It's like holding on.
It's still I've been watching and doing Up Next, What's Next, and it was this developmental show, and it still was kind of entertaining to watch, to see what the future would be in wrestling. And I think that's maybe what they're trying to focus on, like moving things, not being stagnant.
I think the problem is now, when NXT was a thing in that developmental kind of area, there wasn't so much else to watch. You didn't have an AEW taking your attention. So an hour of just this developmental brand with a couple of names from the indies, was kind of fun. Now to ask an audience to watch 2 hours of this with these young guys we don't know, and watch an AEW and a Rampage and all that, it's a different climate now.
Positives is Ciampa's champion, so they hooked me on like, hey, well, we still got this guy, and he's our champ. So there is definitely some positives. Creed brothers, positive. Ciampa, champ, positive. Seeing new faces, yeah, that is something I actually do love watching about this show that maybe we haven't gone back to. So yeah, I'm willing to give the paint job a fair chance. But if you want to hear us talk about AEW, you can still do that because tomorrow, BD Elite. We'll be talking all about what's happening tomorrow. Adam Cole baby. He's going to make his first match against the Elite Hunter.
Yeah.
Kaz. We definitely are going to be talking about the Suzuki incident.
The Suzuki incident. It's going to be addressed.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We got a lot of stuff.
Hopefully some more match announcements for Arthur Ashe.
Yeah, definitely.
We'd like to know.
Yeah, so we'll be talking all about that stuff tomorrow on BD Elite. That's on this very free feed. And if you like free things on this feed, well, listen to Shot in the Dark. John Cena covers everything. Impact, Ring of Honor, all the other wrestling, NXT UK, everything you don't watch. Dark, Elevation. He'll talk about it on that show in 15 minutes or less.
And a new Turning Heels episode is up on this feed. John Cena and B Detroit talking about episodes 4 and 5 of
Heels.
Yeah. With Stephen Amell.
Yeah, which I'm catching up slowly, and I'm like kind of getting into now. I think the second episode should have been the pilot. It would have made me go, oh, this
I've
is
only
great.
seen the first one, so
yeah, and it's like it's good, but the
Yeah.
second one made me go, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Okay,
So
I'll continue.
even though the theme song sucks. Dawson's
It is
Creek.
weird.
Yeah.
It is very weird.
So that's all in the free feed. But again, patreon.com/upNXT. You want to hear more of us? Well, we do so much more. Retro NXT reviews. We did a Summer of Punk 2011 show. Pipe Bombs, Money in the Bank, all that stuff. We did a Best Match Ever, Daniel Bryan. We just did Back to the Future Part 2 with Chris Price. We got Brainbusters, Arn and Tully. We got all these shows, and it's only $5. There's so many podcasts on there. You did the math that it's only 2 cents a podcast.
Less than.
If you sign up for $5.
Yeah.
Give us a shot. Patreon.com/upNext. All the shows in the back catalog. And yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff. So even if you're tapping out of NXT, you don't need to tap out of the BDE.
Never.
BDE 2.0.
Yes.
Braden and Davie for life. Thank you guys for listening. Go follow us at upNext Podcast, Twitter, Instagram. Go give us a like or retweet. Every little thing matters and counts. And go give us a nice review on Apple Podcasts while you're at it too. And subscribe on Twitch and all that stuff.
And share it.
Yeah.
Retweet it.
Tell your friends about
Tell
us.
everyone.
Tell your wrestling
Tell
friends.
your mum.
Go talk about NXT and how weird it was this week, and then go, well, actually, I listened to these two guys talk about it.
Yeah.
You should listen to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at @TheBrayD.
And I'm at Davie Portman.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, in the Twitch chat tonight. It was bumping tonight. Shout out the Twitch chat. We love you guys. We'll be doing it again tomorrow. Every Tuesday for NXT. Every Wednesday for BD Elite. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And NXT 2.0 is life. And NXT 2.0 is death. But love overall. Happy InDex.
And Brunette, Mandy Rose.
Ah!
Oh, oi!
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you could never really know what's up next.